Minnesota, Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This is Robert Turbin. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now Ryan on second down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go. 11.
From the shotgun, Ryan hit. The football, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have it back, and there he is.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Way to be there, baby.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And that is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because like him, is going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
Z.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, this is brought in by Pryor. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
90. Green 90.
Now Balaj, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Balaj. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
He's going to get it running right. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now a run with fullback Johnson. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
Brandon, is now a matter of who wants it more. They gave it to the first man through. Let the fullback try to power across. But this defense is going to bunch him up. And what do you do now on fourth and goal?
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And a kick by Elliott is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And Tate's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Get up!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Third and long. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Left, 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 left.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They run it with Balaj. Wiggles free. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. There's the first NFL catch for DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep, Golden Tate. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
On second down, here's Henry. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Let's take it inside his own 40. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Balazs. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Ace! Ace!
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Gun.
Now it's Ryan. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him, I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
20.
Here's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And it's a pretty good return here, as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mahomes going to throw. Conley's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. That is incomplete. He was looking for Robert Turbin out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now Ryan on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete here. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. They'll hook up over the middle to Pryor. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 20. Six yards. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Conley, 35 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Elliott now to kick this one away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run again here with Turbin. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. To throw on second down. Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I
think you're exactly right. And you know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Denzel Perryman leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. The open man is Shark. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a big 32-yard play on third. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Left, 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 left. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Toss play to Balaj. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kalen Balaj with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 17-3. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain of 32 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Ryan on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. Green 30.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Browns, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.